Check 1, 2. Uh-oh. Okay, you want to hear sound from the video. Okay. Coming up. Sorry about that, guys. Denies. Thank you for the update. I'll just connect. Make sure the sound comes out in a second.
The monitoring output on the web presenter. So by using this ULAW codec for that now, we actually have a lot lower data rate back to the web presenter. And the return audio feed is how remote cameras can actually hear talk back from the studio, because this would obviously be in the studio. And we can also send back camera control from the connector back to the web presenter as well when it comes out. So you can control the cameras from the web presenter SDR monitoring output. You can control all the cameras because the camera number is actually set locally on the cameras themselves. Plus there's tally going back through there. So it's a very powerful solution, and it creates a global live production system. Also, we actually fixed a bug in this update we actually recently introduced. Now, this caused the monitoring output of the web presenter to be the return audio from here only, not its input audio, which is kind of annoying because it causes problems if people are using the web presenter for normal streaming. So now we've added a new menu to change the monitoring between the SDI input and the remote talkback audio on the web presenter, and that's in the web presenter menu. We also fixed another small bug that could interrupt the audio feedback if the SDI input was plugged in a bunch of times. So it's a good update. There's the small bug fixes that always make their way into these new updates. Now the software will be available free of charge, and it'll be available to download today. Okay, now I want to talk about ATEM control panels. So we recently introduced some larger 2mm panels, and they were received really well, but not everyone has really the space for a 2mm panel, because a 2mm panel's deeper. So we thought we'd add some new 1mm models with more buttons. And that allows more input buttons, but they're still small panels, so it's a really good combination. So if you can follow me down, and I'll show you down here, we've got some panels, the new models set up. So they're based on the larger panel designs, but the new models are called ATEM 1mm Advanced Panel 20 and ATEM 1mm Advanced Panel 30. But they've also got some nice features over the 10 input button. Because they're wider, we can fit a bit more. So they now both control 4MEs, which you can see over here. So he's talking to the 4MEs. So, and they've also got 4 upstream keys over here, and they've also got 4 downstream keys. So that's pretty nice. So you can use these panels with really big 4ME switches. So they're really, really nice. So you can see that we can control the buttons, and it's got the nice T-bar, which is really nice. They also support, and they've got the 30-input one down here. And they're tied together, so you can see them both move together. Now, they've got multiple language support. You can do updates via USB and Ethernet. And also about repairability, these are the same, they use the same internal PCB modules as the larger panels. So you can actually repair them with the same parts, and you can move the modules around and even swap them if you had a failure. You could move it in an emergency to a different part of the panel. So they're very repairable. Now, I think these are great new models. Now, the new ATEM1ME Advanced Panel 20 will be priced at $3,795, and the new ATEM1ME Advanced Panel 30 down there will be priced at $5,495. We expect them to be shipping in a few weeks' time, and they're a great addition to the ATEM panels. I really particularly love the 1ME panel, the 20-button one. Based on the pocket camera. We were trying to create an affordable studio camera. So to make it low cost, we actually took the pocket camera design and put it into a studio camera design, or the pocket camera electronics and put it in the studio camera design. And this made a really nice low-cost HDMI model. However, we've been reworking on this design. We've been basically redesigning it because we wanted to add SDI connections. And this would let us work with SDI switches. So we've done that. And we think it's very important because, when you buy a camera for HDMI switcher, you really want to be able to use it with a more advanced SDI switcher later. So, you can keep using your cameras even as you grow. And I think that's quite important. Okay, so the new model is called Blackmagic Studio Camera 4K Plus G2. It's very similar, but it's got SDI connections added. So let me show you. Let me just remove this. I'll bring it out. Now, it's got all the features of the older model. I'll just grab it. Here it is. So it's got, like I was saying, it's got all the features of the older model, but it's got 12G SDI out and it's got 12G SDI in for the program return. Now, the program return does the tally, the camera control, and the talkback. Now, you can also use 3.5mm headsets for talkback now because it's got the SDI in. And it also records Blackmagic RAW on USB discs. It works with the focus and zoom demands. So it makes photographic lenses look like, and feel like broadcast lenses. It's really nice. It even supports the REST control protocol if you use a USB to Ethernet adapter, because it doesn't have Ethernet like the Pro models have, but you can still use the camera control. So let me show you how it works. So I'll plug in the 12G SDI. So I've got some 12G SDI connections around here. So I'll swing it around without bumping into my computer. I'll plug in some power. So up the screw nut. There we go. So now it should be powering up. There we go, turn it on. So there we go. So we've got a picture. It's zoomed in. So it's really nice. Now we have the focus and zoom demands, so I can use photo lenses as broadcast lenses, like I was saying, so I can zoom in. So I've got this beautiful control. I can focus, and I can even turn up the focus peaking a bit more. So I can change that. You can see that there on the side camera. So it's really nice. It's so beautiful. Now with the SDI input, we also have the program return. So if you can get a bit of a shot of that, there's the program return button has now been added to this camera as well. So there you go there. See? So cool. So that's the switcher output I've got in the rack here. Plus it also works with the tally light. So if I go into the ATEM software control, I'll get rid of this. I'll go to my control, and you can see I can go to, there it is there. And I can also do all the camera adjustments as well. So I've got the ability to do that. Actually, I should switch back to the camera so I can show you as I adjust it. So there it is there. It's really cool. I can also adjust the camera color. And I can reset that. And I can also even adjust things like zoom, all remotely. It's pretty cool. Now the switcher sends all this information to the camera through that SDI program return. So it's really cool. I think this is a really nice upgrade for the model. Now the new Blackmagic Studio Camera 4K Plus G2 will be priced at $1,345. So that's the same price as the old model. So it's available now. It's a much better model. It'll actually replace the older model. And it's a great camera for ATEM Mini, but works with all our SDI switches. So it's really, I think it's very nice. But it's not the only studio camera news we have. The micro studio camera's back. Now, we couldn't build the old model. We had parts problems, all kinds of parts problems. So what we've done is we've redesigned it. We've also upgraded it. It was a good opportunity to upgrade it. There was a bunch of things we wanted to add. So let me show you the new model first, and then we can talk about it further. I'll just move that aside. Put it over here.
Tiny
Here it
is
is.
back.
So you get a shot of that.
Okay.
So it does look similar. It even has the battery backup on the back, and it's got the same MFT lens mount, so you can use the lenses you already own. But it's a much better, has a much better 4K sensor. It's actually got the same color science and sensor as the Studio Camera 4K model, as this one. So all the cameras match color really well.
Okay.
But one of the big things we've done is we've used bayonet type mini BNC connectors. They twist and lock on like regular BNC connectors. People kind of hated the old push-on connectors we had because the cables could pop off. But now we've gone to a locking BNC connector. And the big thing though is these connectors handle 12G SDI. So the camera can now do 60 frames a second in Ultra HD. The old model could only do 6G SDI on its connectors, so it was limited to 30 frames a second. So going to 60 frames a second will be fantastic for sports. And of course, the camera can be switched to HD rates for HD work. Now the new model has a regular power connector on it, which is simpler. And the USB can actually record Blackmagic RAW to USB discs now. So that's a big update on this camera. In fact, the USB even supports the focus and zoom demands, you know, if you wanted to build some kind of studio camera. And it's even got the REST protocol in there if you use a USB to Ethernet adapter. So that way you actually have 3 different ways of controlling the camera. You can do it via HDMI when it's connected to an AT Mini. You can control it via the SDI program return input when you connect it to an SDI switcher, or via Ethernet when you've used an USB to Ethernet adapter. So the HDMI output has on-screen menus for changing the camera settings, a bit like how the Hyperdecker Shuttle does. And you can use the buttons on the front to set the menus, such as like camera number and other functions like that. So let me plug it in and I'll show you how it works. So I've got some video cables that I can plug in. Little mini BNC cables here that plug on, they're quite nice. And I've got a power connection over here, which I'll plug in. I'll screw up the power connection nice and tight. And I can bring it over here, so I'll bring this over this way a bit, so I can get a nice shot. So now we're using the camera control via the 12G SDI input, and we've already set it to camera number 2. So I can show you the camera working if I go back to the switcher control over here. So I'll press camera 2, and you can see the tally lights changing. I'll turn the camera around a little bit so you can see it. See there? You can see the camera. There's the camera's tally light. Looks quite nice. Now we can go to the ATEM color correction software and we can do all the color correction stuff. So we've got the iris control there, which is pretty cool. We can also do the color changes. It's got the full color corrector built into it. So I can move all the colors around and do all kinds of really nice color correction. Wow. I can also control the zoom. So I can just zoom in.
Okay.
It's really cool. And I can even do the autofocus. There's an autofocus button there and I can control the autofocus. All that's remote. It's basically the same as the bigger camera, it's just without an LCD. So it really means you can place cameras all over the set. It's really small, so it's easy to hide, and you get some really interesting shots with it. Now, I think this camera will be really popular. The new Blackmagic Micro Studio Camera 4K G2 will be priced at $995, so it's very affordable. But it's a true broadcast quality camera. Actually, it's better because it's got film gamma. So with the built-in color corrector, you get really cinematic looks from this camera. Plus, it records Blackmagic RAW to USB discs. I mean, it really is amazing. And now we expect it to be shipping in October, but you can see it's so much better than the older model. So, okay, next we have another new camera.
Okay.
We really love the Pocket Cinema cameras, so I really want to talk about this.
Action.
They produce amazing images.
Let's go.
But we've been thinking about a more powerful model, a model designed for really high-end film with different features. But the problem is it's a bit confusing to add another model, a pocket camera with different features. Because the pocket cameras do so many things. They're digital film cameras, but they also work as studio cameras with the ATEM Minis. They have a lot of features. It makes it a bit hard to sort of change the features because you'd lose some features and add others. So we thought what we'd do is introduce a new model specifically designed for high-end film, and it uses the Pocket Cinema Camera Pro platform, so we can use all the accessories, but it's actually a bit of a different camera. So the new model is actually called Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K. It's the next generation of kind of our original cinema camera in some ways. But it's obviously a lot more modern, but it's spiritually the same. It's designed specifically for high-end digital film. It's a very portable digital film camera, of course. Let me show you. I'll bring it out. Here it is here.
Box.
There you go. So you can see the platform looks like a Pocket Cinema camera. So you can use all the same battery extender and all the same accessories. If I'll bring out the other camera that we've got rigged up with the pocket camera accessories. There it is there. So you can see, you know, it's all got the same accessories, but the internal electronics have been completely redesigned. Internally, it's a completely different camera. And so the features are actually quite different. Now, the first big change is the media. This camera uses CF Express, and those cards are super fast, really small, and they're designed for film and video. I can show you the card here.
Well,
there it is there. So just goes in the side.
Maybe out of focus.
It also has an L-mount lens. So it's a very shallow mount, so it's very adaptable. So you can put like EF lenses and PL Cine lenses on and a lot more. You can actually use the EF lenses from your pocket cameras if you've got them. But there's also some incredible lenses for L-mount. So let me show you. So I'll turn on the camera.
L-mount.
I'll take off. Yep, yeah, the lens cap is off. Now let's have a look. I'll focus on something. So you can see it's, if you get it over there, it's really cinematic and the pictures are amazing. I'll do a recording. It's pretty cool. It's really nice. And also it works vertically as well, so it switches around to vertical, so you can shoot digital film with vertical, which is pretty cool. So obviously, talking about adapters, there is adapters, so I can show you there's an EF adapter here. I'll take off that. So there's an EF adapter, so we can put that on. I'll take off the L-mount lens.
Okay.
And put the EF adapter on. Now the camera's an EF camera, so I can bring out an EF lens. Here's a small one we've got. A little wide angle one. So I can put that on. So now it's got an EF lens on it. So you can see it's really simple. L-mount's nice. So you can see we can from there. And of course you can get other lens adapters, like we've got a PL mount adapter here. So there's a nice big PL adapter. I'll put it on.
Well, that's something.
There we go. And yeah, now I can put on big lenses like this, which I won't put on because we're hand holding it. And so, but you can really rig it in some most amazing ways with PL. Now, the other big thing about this camera is the image sensor. So the reason the images look a bit different from this sensor is the size. We've got a full frame 6K sensor in this camera. So it's 3 times bigger than the Super 35 sensor in the pocket cameras. It's got a 3:2 aspect ratio, so it's has much larger photo sites. And we've also incorporated the latest Blackmagic color science, so it produces some stunning images. So I'll show you, if you can, there's a camera over there, if you can just get a shot down there, you can see there's the PL lens with the, so I'll remove the lens mount so you can see it better. I hate putting lenses down without lens caps. It just feels like the wrong way to treat glass. So you can look down there, I think if you can see a shot down there, you can get the shot of the large sensor. So you can see how nice that looks. So it's a big sensor. I'll turn the camera off. So I'll get rid of all these accessories and lenses. So you can see that the large sensor is full height, so you can use the anamorphic lenses without cropping. So you get the look of anamorphic with the way done properly. Plus the camera has an optical low pass filter installed by default. This is a high-end camera, so having the optical low pass filter installed is really nice. Plus we designed the filter specifically for this sensor, so it's matched to the sensor perfectly. Now, as far as file formats go, it records recording in Blackmagic RAW with proxy. So you get Blackmagic RAW quality and color science, plus you can load things like 3D lookup tables, and they're stored in the file, but they're not burned in. So you can disable the 3D LUT and DaVinci later. Gives the colorist a lot of flexibility so you can turn on and off LUTs because they're not burned in. But the camera also records real-time proxies. So this camera records 2 streams. One is the original full resolution Blackmagic RAW, and the other one's a H.264 file in HD. So you can do things like cloud workflows and remote workflows in DaVinci Resolve without rendering off, needing to render dissolves. Let me show you. So I just recorded a clip before, so I'll take the media card out. I'll bring it over if you can follow me down. I've got a card reader here. I can plug it into the USB.
This is just a Lumix collaboration kind of camera.
So I'll get rid of this.
What about
You see the media card here. You can see there's the Blackmagic RAW file.
Okay.
Also wasn't holding it very steady. And then down inside the folder here, we've got the proxies. You can see we've been using Film Gamma here. So the great thing about the proxies is it means you don't have to render proxies, so you can just start editing immediately, which is really nice. So nice to have that built into the camera. So one thing now, one of our beta testers did a shoot with the camera, and I'd love to show this to you. And it really demonstrates how nice the image sensor in this camera is. So let's roll the video and you can.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be One day I'll be yours. I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really
Okay.
It's so nice. I mean, you can never do it justice having a camera here in the studio, but going out on a shoot looks incredible. The images from this camera are amazing. And it even has room to grow in the future because we've got space in the camera because we haven't put things like color correctors for live production in it. It's designed specifically for high-end film. So the new Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K will be priced at $2,595. Again, the prices can vary a bit depending on government duties and taxes. It's just started production now, but it should be available. It's an amazing camera. You know, it's different to the pocket cameras. It's different to a lot of our other cameras. It's very advanced, but it has the benefits of the pocket cinema camera accessories. But it's got the massive image sensor. It's got the optical low-pass filter installed. It's got the faster CF Express media, and it records Blackmagic RAW, and it records proxies. It's just so nice to use, and the pictures look amazing. You know, I think it's going to really help filmmakers on tight budgets. But we thought we could even go further with that. So we've got something quite exciting we've been working on. We wanted to make it even easier for people to create digital film. So we've been working on an app for the iPhone that turns it into a digital film camera. Okay. It's called Blackmagic Camera, and it brings the features of our cameras over to the iPhone. It includes the same user interface as our digital film cameras, but it unlocks all the manual controls. It basically allows you to manually control everything. It's got higher quality recording options, and it transforms the phone into a digital film camera. So let me show you. I'll bring it out. I have an iPhone here. I'll just log into it and launch Blackmagic Camera. So let's, we're running that now. So this way, here we go. Actually, I'll show you. There you can see it there. We can get a shot of that.
Downloading right now.
So I'll use the side camera actually because I think you'll get a better shot because we can zoom in on that. We've got a camera just off to the side here. So I don't know if you can see that. There it is there. So you can see we've got all the same settings that we have on our other cameras. You can see along the top there, all the camera settings, and we've got histogram and audio meters down there. You can bring up the audio controls. And time code. So like on our other cameras, you can change some of the settings by pushing them. It's a bit hard to use it this way. I'll turn off the auto. So now I've got the different color temperature settings. You can see that. If you can get a shot of that with the different color temperature settings, you can adjust it manually. But we'll turn it back on auto. So it's just like the other cameras. There's also a lot of assist features. So you can click on the focus assist tab up there. See if you get a shot of that. You can turn on the zebra. So we've got zebra pattern over the display, and you've got all sorts of other things as well. So I'll turn that back off again.
See the app.
We've got like grids, focus peaking, false color. There's all kinds of stuff in here. It's like basically a lot of things. So we're back on the main screen now. And there's also metadata, so you can tag metadata tag files. That's the button down the bottom there. See, you can see that looks familiar. It's the same metadata screen as our other cameras. Now you can also choose the record format. On modern phones you can do ProRes and H.265, but it also records real-time proxies. So if I go into the settings tab down there, you can see there's the settings, and I can change the formats there. See, there it is there. You can go through the different settings. I'll go back to the camera. So to record, it's really easy. It adds time code to the file automatically, so you can record, and you can record on the phone or external disks. So let's record, and you can see, now we're recording some of the studio. You can see behind the rack over there.
Nice.
So it's pretty easy. So it's very exciting. And also you can rotate the camera vertically, so you can shoot vertical aspect ratios, but we actually have another cool feature called stealth mode, which is currently turned on. Now, to shoot widescreen, you really need to use two hands, which you can see I'm struggling with here. But holding the phone vertically is much easier. But then, of course, the aspect ratio is vertical, and broadcasters don't want vertical aspect ratios. So if you rotate the phone vertically, what we've done is if you rotate the phone vertically, it crops the sensor, and it gives you a horizontal aspect ratio from a vertical phone. So let me show you. So if you can get a shot of that over the side there, I'll rotate the camera, and there it is. See? That's stealth mode. Now, it moves everything to the top of the phone because the lower part of the phone is really where you hold it. It's like a handle. But the lower part of the screen is used when you're changing settings. So like, so if I go to those focus settings, see that stuff all comes up down the bottom there, if you can see that. So it's all still there. So no one will know you're shooting professional widescreen video when you're out in a crowd, and I can start recording. There I go, see? Now I'm doing a recording.
Nice.
So that's really cool. So it just looks like, you know, you're doing a normal vertical aspect ratio shooting. You can set that in the preferences. If you want normal vertical aspect ratio, you can set it in the preferences. But let's look at some of the other features. So you might have noticed, if you get a bit of a shot there, there's a media tab. Now, this is where the recordings are stored. And yeah, look, the Blackmagic camera app is standalone. You can copy the media with the Files app. You can, on newer phones, you can record to external disks. But Blackmagic camera is a lot more powerful than that. It can connect and upload media directly to Blackmagic Cloud. So it means the phone can shoot and upload clips directly into the DaVinci Resolve bin, and it makes it a truly global post-production workflow. Now, we recently introduced Blackmagic Cloud Server, a project server, which lets you share your project worldwide, or even between different computers that you work with. But now we're going to take that much further because we're going to basically log into Blackmagic Cloud and storage in there. So this phone's already logged into Blackmagic Cloud, so it makes it faster to show you. But let's go to the Media tab, and I'll show you what's in the Media tab. So there you go, you can see the clips I just recorded. But it's better to shoot directly into DaVinci Resolve's project. So let me show you how this works. But before I shoot, let's go over to DaVinci Resolve because we need to create a new project. So I'll pop over to DaVinci. I'll just leave that there for a sec. Let's come over. So I'll open up DaVinci. Now, we have a new project window, a new project window. I'll just call it demo. Now, this new window is for creating new cloud projects. We need to enable remote cameras, and we also, so that the DaVinci, we can load the media directly into DaVinci. So let's do that. Allow remote cameras. Also, we'll select multi-user so multiple people can use the project at the same time. And then we'll press new project. There we are. So this new project's now been created in a library that has shared users. So other people can get to the media. So let's go back to the phone now, and we'll have a look, and we should see it come up. There it is. So now we've selected that. So the app is logged into Blackmagic Cloud, so you can see the project, and now we've selected the project. So let's go back to the camera screen, if you can get a view of that. And you can see that the project name is actually above the timecodes. This is how you tell that it's connected to a project. It's actually, the project's listed above the thing, above the timecode. So let's do a recording. I'll move my arms around here, it's a bit horrible. Okay, so there we go. It's pretty cool. Stop that. And now we can go and look at the media in DaVinci Resolve. Actually, no, let's look at the media tab first. Sorry, I forgot to show you this. It's uploading, so you can see it uploading that clip to Blackmagic Cloud. So it's currently uploading the proxy file, which is much faster to upload. So you can see there's a progress bar. There's a little cloud icon in there to show you that it's uploaded. It's uploaded there now. So we'll head across to the DaVinci bin and check it out. So over here on DaVinci, so when recording the first file, it'll automatically create a remote camera folder for you, which it's just done. So you can see the remote camera folder's appeared. And now if we go inside that folder, you can see there's the clip in there. Okay, now we've got the clip there. Now the clip will look offline momentarily while it's downloading, but now the clip's there, let's do an edit with it. So I'll bring it up into the viewer, and I'll just append it to the timeline, and there we are. Now I can, there we go. Now you can see that you can set the camera to upload proxies only, which is what's happened here, or you can upload proxies in original media, but it'll always upload the proxies first. Plus, I can also set DaVinci Resolve to download proxies only as well, which works great if you're operating remotely. Or if you're using an iPad, you just want the proxies in that. Plus, you don't have to download your media to the computer because you can download it to network storage and then you can all just share that on the local network. Any DaVinci system that opens this project will see these clips appear automatically. Plus, if any DaVinci Resolve user adds media to the project, it'll automatically sync. So, for example, if someone adds a clip to one of the projects in some location, the clip will come across, everybody gets it. And the clips just appear for everybody. It's all fully automatic. There's really nothing complex you need to do. So let's do another recording and we'll see another clip come in. So we'll do it here. Go back to the camera and we'll do recording. Maybe we'll record the studio camera there. Go into the connectors. That's a bit blurry, I should refocus. There we go. So now that's done. Now we'll go across to the media page. You can see that uploading. But more interestingly, let's move across to DaVinci because we can see it come over. So you can see over here. And you'll see the clip will now upload. It's already uploaded and it should appear in the DaVinci bin. There's the offline clip come in. So it'll be downloading the content now. There it goes, there's the clip. So we'll double click that and we'll add that into the timeline. You can see how, oops, there it is, there's the shot we just took. There's our other shot. Now, if you've got other media on your phone, you can also copy that over. So let's upload the original shots we took before we created the project, because we want to be able to upload that into our new project as well. So I'll show you where that is. So if we go across here, we can say all clips, and you can see the early clips we did. There they are there. So let's load one of those. We can upload that to the cloud. Into demo, and upload. There we go. If we go back to the media tab, you can see that's now uploading. And that'll also go across in the DaVinci bin. Plus, you can also upload clips from the photo album and in the phone as well. But let's go across and have a look, and you'll see that extra clip come up. There it is. There's the offline clip first as it first comes in. That's because the information about the clip comes in before the clip itself, before all the media comes in. There it goes. There's the clip we first took. Now we're recording. There you go. Now, you can even record from multiple phones at the same time. So I have someone with a phone out the front. So let's record together. So when I start recording, let's record on both phones, the phone out the front here and the phone. I'll go back to my camera and I'll go back to the camera screen. And now I'm just to double check, I'll go make sure I'm still in the bin. I've got to still make sure I've reselected the project I want to record into. That would have been bad. All right, so let's go across and start recording on the two phones. So I'll let you know when we're ready to go. I'll record over the back here. Okay, ready? Let's record. So here I am, recording some of the hyperdecks. Going on that. There it is across there. Let's go across to this monitor over here. This is our DaVinci project. It's just a TV of the DaVinci project. And I can go down to panel. All right. let's stop. Now if I go to the media page, you'll see that that recording is uploading. So what we'll do is we'll want to see both clips appear in the bin. So you can see there it's almost finished uploading. So let's go across the DaVinci bin and have a look. So we've got 3 clips in here at the moment, and we'll wait for the other 2 clips to come in.
This is good.
There they are, both clips have come in at the same time, and they're all both downloading now. There's the first clip, it's appeared. Looks like that was the one from my camera. There's the second clip. All right, let's have a look at the first clip.
Let's record. Right,
there it is, playing. All right, now let's have a look at the second clip that Richard took. Yeah, it's like a wide shot. Looks cool. Okay, let's append that shot to the timeline. There we are there. So I'll scroll along. You can see that it's the shot we took. It's pretty cool. Now, we can even use the sync bin to edit between the 2 different cameras. So what we'll do is I'll turn video only on because we don't want audio from 2 different cameras. Then I can go into the sync bin, which is over here. Now it'll show us the 2 clips as they appear in against the timeline. So if I play them, there we go. So now we can see both side by side. That's automatically matching them. So let's do an edit. I want to edit some of this in, so let's find a good spot. The bit where it moves across there. Let's go, we'll pick this. Then we'll do a source override edit. And then we'll go back to the timeline. So that's it there. There we go. Now we've done an edit. Let's go across this monitor over here. It's a DaVinci project, it's just a TV of the DaVinci project. There you go, because the source override will automatically get that clip added to the layer above, it matching the timecode of the timeline. So it'll automatically sync all these camera shots up as you put them into the timeline using the source override edit, which is this one here. So you can do multicam on these shots. So imagine if you've got multiple cameras at like a protest march, you can use the sync bin or multicam to get the best view that's, of all the different cameras that are coming in real time. And it's even faster if you're using a speed editor. On the speed editor panel, you just hold down key number 2, which is the second camera, and scroll the dial along. It will just add it into layer 2 on the timeline automatically as you scroll the dial, and it's all in sync. It's really the fastest way to do multicam. The speed editor is fantastic. So I think this is really exciting. It's pretty cool to be able to do multicam like this just from multiple cameras. Now you might have also noticed when we go back to the phone that there was also a chat tab. So if we look here, there's the chat tab. Now this phone's connected directly into the DaVinci Resolve tab. So you could have like into the DaVinci Resolve chat. So you could have an editor and producer working in different parts of buildings and even in different locations and have multiple cameras on, in the field recording, and you can all chat. So let me show you. So what I'll do is I'll go over and type a message in DaVinci. There's the DaVinci chat down there. Great shot. And then you'll see that come up over on the phone. So you can see it there. And you can also do a reply. So I'll do a reply. There you go, and I've sent that. And it'll appear back on DaVinci. Let's check it out. See, there it is there. Now it'll appear on all the DaVinci systems, even the iPads. Now both messages are on the same side because I'm sending messages to myself. But if someone else types a message, which we have Richard in front who can type a message as well, you'll see it's on the other side. So if you could type a message, Richard. There you go. So I think this is very exciting. I think this whole workflow is going to revolutionise post-production. You can use as many cameras as you like. Broadcasters can edit stories in real time, and then they can upload them as the situation changes. I think it'll be pretty cool. Now, the Blackmagic camera iPhone app should be available today. And the best news is it's totally free of charge. So anyone can get digital film using their phone. Now, the Blackmagic cloud storage will also be online today. It's currently in beta as we want to make sure everything's working really well. I expect we'll get some good feedback once people start using it. Now, the DaVinci Resolve project libraries are $5 a month as they are now, and the Blackmagic cloud storage costs are based on the amount of storage you need. We've also chosen a bit of a different approach to the pricing. A lot of cloud sort of products have a per user charge. but they normally sort of trick you into spending, they specify the minimum number of users. So what sounds like, for example, what sounds like $25 a month per user, it's really $125 if the minimum users is 5, which we think is a bit misleading. So what we thought, to keep it simple, we'll just have a single price, host price for the storage. Then you can have as many people as you need. It makes it simple, and you can just share your project with as many people as you need, and there's no extra charges for that. Now, in reality, there's actually a cap on the number of users. It varies as you get more storage, because you've got to do that, otherwise everything goes crazy. Now, the new Blackmagic Cloud storage should be online today. The prices are actually listed when you create the storage. It'll tell you what the prices are. However, that's not all we've done. What we've also done is we've added Blackmagic Cloud support to the Ursa Broadcast G2, and it includes a new media browser that's in the camera. So let me show you. We'll go across to the Ursa Broadcast here. Here it is over here. So now, to save time, it's already logged in, but you can log in manually as well, or you can use the phone to authenticate, because we've got a phone connected for mobile data. Also, this camera's rigged with all the ENG kit. It's got that ENG kit installed, and the phone is mounted on the side here, and then it's plugged into the USB. So anyway, let's check out the new media page. I'll move out of the way so we can get the camera in here. So there it is there. So we can go to the new media page. There it is there. So this is a really nice addition to the camera, because you can scroll and browse media in here. Anyway, let's select the project. So we'll go back in. We need to go to the side tab there. I'll get my head out of the way. We can select the project there. There it is. Now it'll automatically shoot and create proxies. And just like the Blackmagic camera iPhone app, it'll upload the proxies first. So we'll go to the menu here. And you can see that the project name is actually above the timecode. So you can tell which project you're logged into. Okay, now I'm doing a recording. There it is there. So it's pretty nice. Pretty cool. Okay, now I can stop. Anyway, let's go back to the media page. There we can see it uploading. If I get my head out of the way, so you can see, let's close the tab, you can see it uploading there. Now, the camera settings allow upload of proxies only, or you can do proxies in original media, and it'll upload into the same bin. There's the clip appeared. Now just waiting for the media upload. There it goes, the clip's arrived. So now we can double click that, add it into the timeline. And there's our edit playing back. And there's that shot from our Ursa broadcast with an amazing lens. So cool. So it's just camera, footage from different cameras coming in. There it is there. So nice. So you can get all this media on the Blackmagic Cloud website as well. It's all there to download, because obviously that's the link to all this stuff. It's also the only place you can delete synced media, because you don't want camera operators accidentally deleting media. And make sure you don't lose shots that you've got in an edit. Now there's a new storage app on the Blackmagic Cloud. So let me show you. I'll go to Blackmagic Cloud and I'll show you. So if we go back to the computer here, I can go to the web browser. There's the Blackmagic Cloud site. You can see we've got a few new items added in there. And we can navigate down and click on the storage and go down to here's our project here. So there's a demo project. And we can go into the camera uploads folder, and then proxies, because we've only been loading proxies, we haven't got any original media. So there they are there, and you can even click on one and you can download it. There it goes. Now it's downloading the files. So you can just download the media from here, and you can also delete the clips from here. So it's really exciting. Now, I think this workflow will be pretty amazing. Imagine shooting on both phones and professional cameras all at the same time, with the media all uploading to a broadcaster in real time. Imagine news stories being updated with new shots each time they play. Currently, I've noticed a lot of news channels just repeat the storage multiple times, but you could keep adding new shots into those stories and have them updated every time they play. It's pretty cool. Plus, of course, DaVinci Resolve's not only an editor, it's also a color corrector, a visual effects tool, and an audio post-production solution. So all these different skills can all be working together from any point in the world. So it's really very exciting, and everyone gets the same media all at the same time. It's an incredible workflow. Now, as far as availability, this Ursa broadcast software, we're still working on it. Now, we'll be showing it at IBC, but I think it's probably going to be early November when it's available. but we'd like to public beta it sooner than that. It's a very big change to Ursa Broadcast G2, but the software update will be available free of charge to anyone who owns an Ursa Broadcast G2. They'll get the update. And also, you might have been wondering why the new Blackmagic Cinema camera records proxies, and this is why. It means we can actually get this software over to the cinema camera later. But first we'll perfect it on the Ursa Broadcast G2, and then we'll port the software over to the new Blackmagic Cinema camera so cinematographers can use it as well. Plus, we also want to add Blackmagic Cloud support to the Blackmagic Cloud stores. So you don't need to download the media via the DaVinci system. The Blackmagic Cloud Store can do it. So that's why we call them cloud stores. The idea is to link them into this whole thing. Then everybody can just relink to the media on the local network, and it only needs to be downloaded once and automatically, because the media will download to the cloud store automatically, and it'll save a lot of time. So we've been really working very hard on this. I think it's a really exciting workflow, and I can't really wait to see how it's used. I think there'll be lots of small improvements we can make as we get feedback and talk to people at shows. So that's about it for this update. I hope you can travel to IBC and see all these new products working. It's been very exciting working on all these new technologies. It's a privilege to be able to do it. And I also want to thank everyone at Blackmagic Design. We've worked incredibly hard on these new products and software updates. It's just been really hard work getting all this stuff to work together, much harder than we thought. But it's very exciting. And the fun part's when you see all this working for the first time. Anyway, thanks for watching, and please travel safely if you're heading to IBC. Take care, and bye for now.
It's a wrap. Oh my God. Wow. 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 What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Does this match up with what Sony has done? Well. Well, we finally got to full frame. And at a good price. At a good price. That's the Blackmagic Raw at a good price. Because what they did with the last camera, what they named from Lumix, was like helping them outsell Blackmagic. It's like, now this is the way to go. 50-50. You got it, I got it. We help each other. And yeah, this is good. This is good. I think that's the one. That's my only catch for today. The app for the phone is also good. And yeah, but nothing much. Nothing still catchy, groundbreaking. But what the upgrade. But we have full frame in the Blackmagic ecosystem. It can only get better from here, which means that the next Ursa is going to be full frame all the way. It's going to be full frame, 4.6K probably, full frame. I don't know if they will do 12K or 8K. More like 8K, but full frame 12K is going to be mine. It's like crazy. Don't even go there. Okay, but this is good. This is good. Yeah, Blackmagic workflow and ecosystem is what's going to eventually kill Red. And yeah, and I think they said it improved on the picture quality, and it looks like some upgrade has been done. So I think we're going to see some probably Blackmagic 5.06. Yeah, this is good. This is worth it. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm back. I know I've been away for a while, and but it's a lot. I think I'll make a video to explain what's been going on. But just for you guys that are here, to give you a heads up, I relocated, and I think I'm still going through the process of relocating, like setting up the new studio, the new location. And if you saw some of the set at the beginning, it's actually not for this. This is probably going to be the set for this channel, but I have another channel that's a podcast channel on the um, other channel, and that's what you will see. So I'm making two studios in one space, kind of, okay, for two channels. So that's what's been going on. I'm excited about Blackmagic finally doing something. They made it clear that they have a patent issues, because they said for the smaller box one, it shows that we are never going to expect a box camera from Blackmagic, because they said they had to go through a lot to allow that small box version. But I think eventually that's what's going to win most of the streaming, because we want to go small and light. Okay. Um, Thank you, Orlando. Thank you, everybody, everyone who joined in the stream. I'll be making some short videos coming out soon. I'm doing a giveaway. In fact, I would love to include, if any of you guys on the live stream, if you are in the US, then I will like to say you probably want something already. So send me your details on Instagram, preferably, and we will show you. Or just watch the next video. I'll talk about what I'm giving away. Then you can pick and choose what uh, what you want. You know, I've been giving away 49 stuff, 49 filmmaking items. I've given away standing desks, camera, well, cameras as well, yes, monitors, sliders, you know, a lot of stuff, gimbals and stuff. But it's hard it's like free gift is hard to still give for free, you know. It's a problem. I don't understand. I think once I'm out of this commitment that I made for giveaways, I'll probably just take a break from giveaways, because it's really challenging. So that's why I am trying to let go, you know, as soon as I can, all the things that I promised on this channel. I'm trying to let go. And actually, I'm going to mention it later, but I lost a lot of goods during the transition. So that's why I wanted to do the major giveaway. If you watch the last video, I was saying I want to ship right now. And then nobody. Actually, one person came, and I gave him a lot of stuff. He said, as soon as he commented, he subscribed to the other channel, which was what I requested. I gave him a lot of stuff because I wanted to get rid of this stuff. And at the end of the day, it turned out that a lot more of my stuff for giveaway got lost in transit or stolen by my helpers, probably. But you guys on here, if you are here, like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and go ahead and show your interest to get one of these items. We have lights, we have lights. I mean, I'm talking about Bowen's light. We have sliders. We have a lot of stuff. I've been saying that on the channel. Go look it up and see all the things, plus more. Okay? So you guys have won already. If you will follow up, you'll get your prizes. My information will be on this video or my previous videos. But I'm going to update it, and once this live is done, on this video as well. And yeah, that's it. Watch out for more videos coming up. We're back. We're going to start running the channel properly. And yeah, we'll see how things go from here. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.